ever get that feeling? Like you're right on the edge of something huge.
Yeah.
That electric kind of hum where everything feels possible.
Mhm.
Like a single moment could change everything.
Yeah, like,
It's almost too much.
right.
Tonight. That one word,
It's loaded,
just so much anticipation.
packed in there.
And that's what gets you, I think, when you first hear PinkPantheress' song Tonight.
Definitely.
So that's where we're going today.
We're diving deep into Tonight.
Deep dive.
We've got the official YouTube transcript for the music video.
Right.
And this amazing lyrical analysis.
Okay.
So our mission is to really get under the hood,
Okay.
go beyond just hearing the song,
Yeah.
to understand the emotions and the
The
lyrics.
complexity.
Yeah, and see why it connects with people.
All right, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
That opening line.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, come on. I waited all the time. Now I guess it's time I can all drown.
Wow.
What a way to start.
Intense, right? It really feels like all that waiting leads to this one point.
Yeah, and it feels like too much.
Overwhelming almost.
It's like waited all the time.
Right. It's not a new feeling.
Been going on a while.
Yeah, it has. And that drowning part,
Yeah.
it could be negative, but it could also be about just being totally immersed.
Swept away.
Exactly. Like completely overtaken by the intensity of the moment.
Of Tonight.
Exactly, Tonight.
It keeps coming back.
Yeah.
The whole
That's
song.
not it.
Like it's not just any night.
No, it's not.
The whole emotional landscape is...
Centered on this evening.
Yeah.
It's like a focal point for everything.
And the analysis says there's a line.
Oh, yeah. Anticipation makes me feel like growing up with Tonight.
Wow.
Right.
That's powerful.
This night could change things.
It really could. It's not just an event.
It's a turning point.
Exactly. A transformative experience for the narrator.
It makes you wonder what kind of pressure that puts on a single night.
Right. A lot riding on it.
Okay, now let's look at the relationship itself.
There's this real admiration in the lyrics.
Hmm?
Like almost awe.
Oh, yeah.
You're almost superstar. I look at you, and I wonder why it's so complicated.
Interesting.
Like seeing someone with amazing
With
potential,
star about to take off.
but there's something they can't figure out.
Right, a puzzle in their connection.
Has that ever happened to you?
Admiring someone but feeling confused.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's relatable for a lot of people.
Right. It's that blend of admiration and why is it so complicated?
Right. It's fascinating. That almost superstar line,
Yeah.
it makes you think the narrator sees something coming.
Like a trajectory.
Maybe their talent or them becoming famous.
But then why is it so complicated?
Like there's this disconnect.
A barrier.
Exactly.
And maybe the fame makes it worse.
Possibly even highlights it.
Makes you think about whether the narrator feels equal.
Right. Are they on the same level
Or are they on different planes?
Exactly.
Now these next lines.
Let's hear them.
You can ruin my makeup. This is fine. You could even ruin my life.
Wow. That's intense.
Oh, right.
It's a lot to put out there.
Intense devotion.
It is, but it's interesting because it's hyperbole.
Okay.
But it tells you something about how strongly they feel.
So what does it tell us?
The analysis points out that it shows they're willing to put the other person first.
Really put them first?
Yeah, to the point where their own well-being doesn't matter as much.
Wow.
In that moment, at least.
So it's a really strong infatuation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it makes you think about how that plays into the complicated part.
Yeah. Does the other person feel the same?
Right. Is it balanced?
Or is it one-sided?
Yeah. And does that make it even more complicated?
Could definitely contribute to it.
Okay. Let's look at these lines.
Okay.
You're talking to a crowd of people you call you haters. You don't tell me you're too scared of coming up tonight.
Ooh, that pulls back the curtain a bit.
Right. We see this public persona, but also this private vulnerability.
Yeah, it gives us a peek into what they're going through.
And under the surface,
Exactly.
they might seem confident.
Even defiant.
Yeah, you call you haters.
Right. But there's this fear or anxiety underneath.
Too scared of coming up tonight.
Yeah, that's the key part.
What do you think it means?
It could be about being vulnerable.
Opening up?
Yeah. Or taking the next step in the relationship.
Or maybe even about their growing fame.
And how it affects their personal life.
So they're holding back.
It seems like it.
And it makes you wonder why.
It definitely does.
It's like this invisible wall.
Yeah, a lack of openness.
Which creates distance.
Definitely. And brings up a really important point.
What's that?
Intimacy and trust.
Right.
The narrator sees this one side of them.
The public side.
Right? How they handle criticism.
But not what's going on inside.
Exactly. And that lack of symmetry
can really mess things up.
Absolutely. It can make a relationship feel very complicated.
Okay. But then even with all that distance and fear, There's this direct desire for connection.
Oh, yeah.
My bedroom with my boo to serve you up like I do this because you're almost superstar.
Powerful stuff.
And then come to me. Come on.
So direct.
That's what I
Like
say.
a plea almost.
Yeah.
So much longing in there.
For intimacy.
Absolutely. That image of my bedroom with my boo,
Yeah.
it really paints a picture of closeness.
Physical and emotional.
Yeah. And that line, to serve you up, like I do this because you're almost superstar.
So interesting.
Right. It could mean they want to support the other person.
Help them succeed.
Yeah. And maybe it's because of that admiration for their potential.
But it also makes you think,
About what?
do they feel like they have to earn intimacy?
That's a good question.
Like offering something in return for affection.
That's an interesting layer to the complexity.
And we keep coming back to that question.
Which one?
I look at you and I wonder why it's so complicated.
Right.
Like they're always trying to figure it out.
Constantly analyzing.
The dynamic.
It really emphasizes their perspective.
Right.
They're not just passively observing.
Are actively trying to make sense of it.
Exactly. And it could be because they don't understand the other person's feelings.
Or intentions.
Yeah. Or maybe it's their own insecurities.
Makes you think about how often we do that in relationships.
Totally. We've all been there.
Trying to understand what's not being said.
Those unspoken feelings.
Okay, finally, let's talk about the energy in the song.
Okay.
Those lines. That's fire. Heat. Heat. That's why you on fire going,
Pure passion.
right.
So much raw attraction.
It bursts through.
It really does. Those words fire and heat,
So visceral.
they cut through all the uncertainty.
And complexity.
Yeah, they remind you of the emotional core.
That connection.
Exactly.
Even if it's confusing.
Right.
Okay, so we've got this intense longing, this admiration that's almost like putting someone on a pedestal.
Okay.
And all of that is tangled up with fame.
Those hidden anxieties.
There's this huge desire for intimacy.
Right, but also a lack of transparency.
And the narrator just wants to understand why it's so complicated.
It's a lot to process.
All against the backdrop of tonight.
Right, this one crucial night.
It really captures a relationship at a crossroads.
Totally. It feels like everything's hanging in the balance.
So much expectation.
An unresolved tension.
Tonight isn't just a word
It's a turning point.
with so many possibilities.
Yeah. What could happen?
So what do you think happens after tonight?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's really up in the air.
We have all these clues.
And these big questions.
The longing, the admiration, the confusion,
The desire for connection.
the anxieties, the passion.
It's a lot.
So what does tonight mean for them?
That's the question, isn't it?
As the song ends,
Yeah, that one word
full of possibility,
and maybe a little fear.
what happens next?
Something to think about,
Definitely.
for sure.
Thanks for listening,
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
and we'll see you next time.
See them.